I want to update you on what's happened over the last week and a half or 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been forever. But we are moving forward. So here we go. So we've finally got both wheels off, both the inner and outer. I struggled with a lug nut forever. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Got look at that, that looks real nice. New shock in there, painted that up a little bit. But I found that on the airbag. It's still holding for now, but I know it'll pop soon. So I'm thinking about pulling that off here today before I get to these shocks, which would be great. These bolts came off nice and easy on that side. I did just run the bus to get it aired up just to see if this is leaking, and I don't feel anything leaking there. It could be that it is leaking. I just can't feel it or hear it. Good news is that one's not leaking anymore, so that's good. Haven't even pulled off the other side yet, so I'm thinking about doing that as well, because if other airbags look bad, I want to get those all at the same time so I can replace them. And I know replacing those bolts or getting those bolts off is not going to be fun. And I do have the plated airbags. You can see the plate there with the line coming into it. Same here. There's the plate. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to reuse that plate or not. Been spending a lot of time with this guy here, this multiplier. That's been busting them loose. All my inners and outers there. I've been trying out a couple of different impacts, and those have been working well too. So, I don't know. It's a beautiful day out, but it's only about, I think maybe it'll touch 40 degrees today. And I saw we might hit 80 next week, a week from today. It's been below freeze. It's in the 20s every night here. Weather, right? Who knows? It changes. We are in our third or fourth winter now. So you know when you fix one problem and sometimes you end up making another? I think that's what maybe I did. Check this out. It's been almost an hour, and the rear suspension has not gone down. The front suspension has, though. So now I'm trying to figure out how to safely release air from the system. And while I was trying to figure that out, I had some fun over here. And hey, look at that. I pulled off another wheel. Didn't take long at all. I got a couple of things. I got some new tools here. Got some, this is from Amazon. It's a 1/2-inch drive, like standard, whatever, Imperial socket set for impacts. And I also got this impact. This is the Harbor Freight Earthquake XT 3/4 drive, but I've got a 1/2-inch drive adapter on there. And let's see if it pulls this one off. It did that one without too much trouble. Look at that bolt, or that nut, whatever. Let's see if it pulls this off here. And you're done. Actually, I recommend putting a little WD-40 or some kind of penetrating lubricant on here, if anything, just to get the nuts out. But now I realized my problem is going to be I can't pull this out even if I wanted to, you know, wait for the air to come down, because this is still, that still has air in it. If I do, the moment I do that, this is going to shoot down. So I can't really do that. Yeah, we're still off our blocks there because we're holding air everywhere. So I don't know. I think I might just crack a line or something. And yeah, maybe crack an airline and hopefully that'll bleed the system out. Usually literally within about 5 minutes, the entire suspension is starting to settle. So now this means I got to figure out where the air leak is up front, and then I can be one of those, or you know, we can have one of those buses that holds air for days. That'd be cool. Right now it's just, it always settles to the bump stops, and sometimes I like that because I figure it kind of keeps things, what am I thinking of here? It keeps I don't know, it keeps things stable real quick. It all goes to a known state. I've seen some people's buses, they all like sag just to one side or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll update you when something interesting happens. Well, I think we found part of our problem. Here's one of the old shocks, and I can just pull it apart. Well, it's making a lot of noise, but I can move it pretty easily here, right? Pretty quickly. What a shock is supposed to do is keep it from moving fast, I believe anyway. Otherwise, why would it be there? It's supposed to allow slow movements. So a newer one doesn't do that. A newer one, like you can just barely move, but this one, so that's where a lot of our bouncing action, I believe, has been coming from, which has been chewing up our tires. I don't know if I showed you this earlier. If I did, I'm gonna show it to you again. You can see this is one of our rear sets. It's got all this scalloping on it, and that is definitely from some of that. So I got what did I do here? Changed that shock, and pulled that one out, and the airbag should come out a little bit more easily. The system does seem to be leaking down a bit more, but it is still not there. I don't know what day I've been working on this thing now. It's been a very long time. I've been working on a lot of different things. It's been cold, it's been rainy. I've been also working on the solar business projects. I think we've done 2 different installs so far. We've got a couple more planned. If you're interested in that, you can check out our website, sodasolar.com. Doing things, solar installs around the Midwest. Wasn't exactly my point in this video at all, but I figured I'd mention it. I am continuing to replace the airbag that was damaged. I've been working on this for a while, and I think I've come up with a way to remove the bolts. They're really hard because this is what the one end looks like, and as soon as it develops slack, this stops holding anything. It just spins. So I figured I'd show you what I've been doing. I did spray all these with penetrant and heated them up, and I've been getting some out, but I figured I would maybe share how this is working for posterity. You stole my sweatshirt, young lady.
I did. It's just like when we were dating.
Aww. What's it been, 19 years?
Yep.
Still like each other. Alright, so you can see I've got a couple of these already removed, and I'm going to work on this one right here. As far as how we continue around the backside, which means I probably got to crawl under this thing, which I really don't like doing. I've got a story on that I will tell someday, not today. But I do have plenty of blocking, so that's not an issue. So I've already loosened this one up a little bit. You can see, maybe you can see this thing starting to move down there. So I start with 2 tools. So where did I lose one? Oh, there it is. I've got a just like a junk chisel that I just wedge in there, and that helps. All right, and actually now it's out far enough to where I'm in real trouble. See, and that thing will just spin. We're not going to get anything, so I'll take some wire cutters, and that can kind of get in there and jam that. And then I'll clamp it with that, and there we go. I can probably pull the rest of it off with my fingers now. There we go. I know they're all not going to come out this easy, but any time I can avoid the grinder or having to split nuts, I will take that. So that's where we're at here. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and who knows, might be another week before this is done, but it's got to get done one way or another. So I started this project, well, this part, like a week ago or a week and a half ago, and I sprayed all this with PB Blaster here, the Big Shot, and I'm starting to think maybe that did some work with enough time here. I have not had problems with any of these so far. You can see the ones that have come down. Like, I'm actually all the way down. I'm around back here one, like that one still. Turns out, putting some PB Blaster on these and just letting them sit, that might be the best thing for them, if you got the time. Well, I don't know what I'm doing right in this world to deserve this, but those are all the bolts from up here, and I haven't had to cut one off or grind one off or bust it or anything. Let's see if we can look back here. These were the hardest to get off, and that last one there in the corner in the upper right or lower right in your screen, that one I had to use the this chisel trick, and I had to reach around here and jam it. Where is it here? Yeah, I had to reach like that and jam it in there. No, I didn't jam it. I used this and I kind of pried it up. So here's a better look at what I was doing. So let's say this is the, well, here's a better one. Okay. So this is one here, right? You can take this and basically you jam it. Use the airbag itself as a lever or as a fulcrum to push that bolt back up into its seat, and then that will allow you to pull the head off. I think with this newfound knowledge, I'm gonna try and take out the rest of them. So now I'm gonna go on the bottom side, and if I got those off without having to crawl under, maybe I can get those ones off too. So that trick is not working there. What if we do something like this? What if we do this? Just gotta try different methods to basically pinch it. I know this one's easy enough I could zip off, but we're gonna try some vice grips here and see if I can't clamp it. Where it needs to be. And use all my strength on that one. Are these backwards? I don't even remember. Hey, here we go. Maybe part of the issue was I was spinning it the wrong way for a while. See, when you're upside down, everything is backwards. We got it off. All right, on to the next. Maybe we'll try that same trick here. All right, I might have to formulate a different plan for these bottom ones. I bet they just got more corroded and nastified. You know, at the same time, I've got nobody to please or prove to. That'll do. Day 52. It is finished. Actually, I don't know if it's been 52 days, but check this out. It is free. Now I get to put it back together. Welcome into the late night portion of the video in the shop here. We got a lot of things going on. We've got the old airbag, got boxes. Oh, we've got a whole mess of batteries. That's for other projects. But for right now, we're getting these compression rings on the airbags, and I thought I would show how I got this one on, and actually it wasn't that hard at all. So let's start with this side. Step one, I lubricated a little bit with some water displacement 40, WD-40. You don't want to use WD-39 or 41. 40 is the correct one. That's a joke. All right, I gotta get this set up and then we'll check back in. So this would be step one. Put the one of these clamps on the ring there and it'll just pop right in there. And then check this out. If you got more of them, which you do, I bought this 4-pack at Menards for like 20 bucks. I figured, how could I go wrong? But check this out. You just pop this on there. Okay, that's not gonna work. I gotta move it over just a little bit. Yeah. And then you get another one. Then you got your other one here. And you put that on there. And you just keep working your way around. And eventually, so I got 3 of them on there. And somewhere here, would you believe I lost something in my garage? I bet you wouldn't. I got a screwdriver here, a big flathead. So I'll just go in here and pop this out and over. Something like that. There we go. And then I can put another clamp here and then just keep working my way around. And then eventually these clamps usually end up falling off. Honestly, this took me about 4 or 5 minutes at the most. And most of it was taking breaks to record a little bit. So now I believe the next thing I need to do is put the screws in here, or not the screws, the bolts, and then we mount it on the bus maybe tomorrow. I was real excited to get the airbag out last night. Got the new one mounted, as you saw, and now let's get it in there, huh? So, I don't know, that's what I'm gonna do. Figured I'd just say that. All right, let's see if it fits now. A little bit easier. I think what would suck is if it accidentally starts getting in holes before it's really ready. All right, we're close. Oh, I gotta clock it. So I gotta get this fitting right where it needs to be. And that seems pretty close there. As far as I'm aware, I don't have to worry about the seal too much on this side because my bags are plated. I just got to make sure, obviously, this is sealed up good here. I think we're good. I'm going to start trying to wiggle this into place where it should be, or I think it should be. All right, bottom bag is starting to seat. All right, I think that is mostly in there now. Let's raise it up a little bit. I don't know necessarily if this is good or bad, but I'm going to put some anti-seize on these because they were so hard to get off. want to try and avoid that in the future. So, bet you've been wondering, why do you need a little wrench like this? Well, I'll tell you, or I'll show you right here. There's hardly any room to get any other wrench in here and actually turn it. But this little guy does the trick. And it takes a while. And you got time to think about all kinds of things. Like why you bought a bus in the first place. Be fun, they said. See the country, they said. Make memories with your family, they said. Then the other thing is, I found out my little DeWalt impact can actually sneak back around here, and I can get a bunch of the nuts that way. So that's going to be working pretty well. And I got some on the bottom done, so I'm just going to keep working here. All right, my hands are covered with anti-seize. I'm not huffing silver paint. Got this finally put in. It is the next day. What I was doing originally, the mistake I made, which is why a lot of you watch this channel anyway, I tightened these down way too much too quickly. You're supposed to go all the way around, you know, tighten them one at a time, and you know, do opposites first, almost like a tire. And this time it took the seal, so we're in good shape. I even tested it. See if let's see if we can do this with one hand. I'm just going to take my air hose here and put it right over this dingus. We'll just give it a little bit of air. Okay. Now I'm holding it with my finger. It's holding there. We'll let it out. Good enough for me. So what that means now is I can finally start putting things back together. We're gonna button that up, get the other shock back on there. That'll be fun. Clean up some of this mess everywhere, and then start putting the tires back on and move over to the other side. Well, it's a beautiful morning. Another Saturday, another week on this bus project. Got this side taken care of now as well. So take a quick walk around the bus. Everything's painted up, everything's holding air. It's looking good. Well, all the work's done. Now let's take it for a test drive. Hey, you want to come?
Yep.
You're on camera.
You told me that so I wouldn't say anything embarrassing, didn't you?
Well, I'd always, it's not live, I'd edit it. Probably. So Jen's gonna be the
driver
or the quality control. I guess you could try and drive it here. I don't think anything is all that different yet. I can't tell, but it's more at speed is where it was bad. Well, I guess even if the ride isn't like a ton better, we needed to do it because I know it was chewing up the tires. On the highway now, we're coming up to 60 miles an hour. I don't know, it feels pretty good up here so far, but it's always been pretty smooth up to 60. Usually somewhere around 65 still. Generally pretty smooth. Little tiniest little bit of a steering wheel shimmy, but actually not really. Yeah, we're at 65 right now, and to me it feels really smooth up here.
Very nice back there.
What do you mean?
It's very comfortable, not very bouncy. And still kind of bouncy, but it's not like you're gonna die bouncy. I mean, Austin might not like it anymore because you don't get any more air.
So you're telling me there's a market There's a marked improvements in the back.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because, like, I'll be honest, like up here, it's like, so-so, but all right, there's a big difference back there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we made it back. What do you think, honey? Was it worth a month of this sitting in the driveway?
Yes.
She's overjoyed.
I mean, it needed to be done, but I'll be glad when I don't have to back around it to get into the driveway anymore.
Yep. Well, I think that's all for this episode. Like, subscribe, comment. Give me some good camping recipes, whatever. Bye.